For some of our younger fans who may not remember the Marlboro Man, he was a character developed by Leo Burnett Worldwide, a Chicago-based advertising agency that was contracted by Phillip Morris to help them transform their Marlboro brand from a cigarette that was originally geared towards women to a filtered but still macho brand for men. And it just so happens that one of today's NFL quarterbacks is the grandson of a former Marlboro Man. Sadly, the cowboy in question passed in 1999 from prostate cancer, so he never got to see his grandson take to the field in the NFL. But let's take a step back here, because while I'm sure some of you guys have a pretty strong recollection of this ad campaign, if you weren't alive for its peak, or just somehow missed the series of rustic portraits that seem to be popping up on every other block, it's important to understand exactly how significant being the Marlboro Man used to be. The idea itself was genius. Pretty simple, yes, but genius. They developed a multimedia campaign that featured a rugged rendering of a cowboy portrayed in a variety of styles. Sometimes the Marlboro Man was out on the range, wrangling some cattle, or sitting out in a majestic field on a horseback. Some of the depictions didn't even show the cowboy smoking, just a stunning, naturalistic backdrop and a small silhouette of the cowboy standing out on the range. Of course, with the Marlboro logo and branding were also pictured clear as day for the world to see. The Cowboys quickly proved to be massively popular and sales exploded. In 1955, when the Marlboro Man campaign was started, sales were at $5 billion. By 1957, sales were at a staggering $20 billion, representing a 300% increase within 2 years. And with the boom of popularity, the powers that be at Leo Burnett could afford to splurge a little bit more on the talent. So instead of enlisting in-house talent like Andy Armstrong, the ad agency's art supervisor, they decided it was time to raise the stakes. The agency started to bring in professional models like William Thurlby. But despite having earned a massive budget for the campaign, the strategy was short-lived because Leo Burnett, the agency's namesake, felt that putting in a model took the edge off the shot. He felt that using the models lacked authenticity and that rugged feel. Burnett declared it was time that they doubled down on the Western authenticity that made the initial campaign a success. So, he sent associates all over the country to try and find the next Marlboro Man, directly from the source, filtering through the folks working on real cattle ranches and rodeos from all over the heartland. And while he wasn't from the heartland, Dick Hammer, the mysterious Marlboro Man in question, and a California firefighter certainly possessed the gritty feel and authenticity that Burnett was looking for. And he held that mantle for Marlboro in the 70s. Hammer was a great choice too, really a gritty guy through and through. He played college hoops at USC, which, by the way, was also where his grandson would play his college football, famously leading the Trojans to one of the most exciting Rose Bowl victories in recent memory, while setting the record for passing touchdown and total yards in Rose Bowl history. Have we put it together yet? Anyway, the absurdity of Hammer's life didn't stop there. In fact, it only gets crazier. He had a brief stint as a member of the US men's national team in volleyball, and even participated in the 1964 Summer Olympics. But even with all the craziness that swirled around Hammer, he remained remarkably true to himself. In fact, when the networks tried to make a show that casted Hammer as a firefighter called Emergency, following his success as the Marlboro Man, he quit partway through the first season because he felt like being a real-life fireman was a more rewarding experience. Now, if that's not rugged and gritty, I don't know what is. So, we know all we need to know about Dick Hammer, but have you figured out who his NFL grandson is yet? He was a 3rd overall pick in the draft. He's still one of the youngest QBs in the league, and if his absolutely incompetent organization can put a little bit of support around him this season, he may be poised to make a big leap. Final answer? Sam Darnold. Yep, Sam Darnold of the New York Jets, whose grandfather was literally handpicked because of how gritty he was.
He was one of the original Marlboro men, so that's pretty crazy and really cool to be able to say.
Wait, he was one of the Marlboro men?
Yeah.
Which, hopefully, was passed down to Sam, because he's gonna need it to survive life as a Jet. Do you think Sam Darnold will be a Pro Bowler in 2020? Join us in that comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.